hands. Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants. From way up there, you and I, you and I.
It is Sunday, it's about 8 p.m. and we just wanted to give you a quick update in our home buying process. We've been, I guess, telling you guys about this whole process step by step, so it's kind of become like a series or something like that. So we just wanted to update you really quickly because we did have some things that kind of happened over the last week and it was kind of crazy. So we just wanted to tell you a little bit about this because I also think it could help somebody else here in the future. Brian is going to be joining me here in a minute, so when he gets done, the game actually started, so I was like, can we please record tonight? So he's going to be joining me in just a second. But I just want to kind of get you guys caught up with like the background, and then Brian can come help tell the story. So I got a call a couple days ago from my realtor basically saying that the individuals that decided that they were going to purchase our house changed their mind. So we were left in a bind because we are purchasing a home that is a relocation. Basically what that means is on relocation deals, a lot of times those deals are a little bit more stringent about what they allow or who they allow to write an offer on the home. So in our contract, it basically says that you can only write an offer or have a contract on the home if you don't have, or if you have your home in contract. So you can't really have like many contingencies out there waiting to close or to happen when you're writing an offer on this home. So basically what that means is if my deal on the house that I own falls through, the deal for the house that we're purchasing is going to fall through as well. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. No, I know I'm laughing now. Like honestly, when it happened, I was so pissed. And I think the worst part is the realtor that we've been working with, he called me and he's like, what do you want to do? And there's this form that they can send, I think they call it a something release, where we both would sign. I would sign and the buyer would sign, and it would release them from the contract. And I told him like, no. And honestly, it's so crazy because my mom is a realtor. Well, she used to be a realtor. My stepdad has been a realtor for like 20 years. So when I talked to them in the past, they've always told me like, you don't write an offer on a house unless you know you want that house. Because once you write an offer, if you back out, they can sue you. So I'm like sitting here and the realtor calls and he's like, you know, asking what do I want to do? And I'm thinking like, dude, you're supposed to defend me. Because in the contract it says that if we fail to close for any reason other than the fact that their financing falls through, they would end up being held liable. So I was so upset, and I think you were actually mad at me that day. So we hadn't really talked much, and then Brian came home, and we were like talking, and I told you what was going on, and you could tell like he was so disappointed in terms of just, I don't know, it was just like he felt bad that I don't know, just everything.
I just felt bad because you were sad as far as the house. Honestly, I don't care, or I didn't care one way or the other. I know like a lot of people get up in arms about like, oh, why did this happen? For me, and Kristen would tell you, I'm not that big stress. Like, I just like, all right, whatever. Like,
you're like laid back about everything.
It does. I guess my thing is, how will this affect me in 2 months from now? How will this affect me in a month from now? And it won't. Like, yeah, it sucks. But I have a very, 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 very profound answer, because everybody says everything happens for a reason. And then people want to ask, like, God, why did you let this happen? So are you ready for this very profound answer?
What is it?
Because I know the answer.
What is it?
Why God let stuff happen. I don't know why.
Whatever.
I don't know why. And nor do I act like I do know. But the only thing I do know is that it might not make sense now, but later down the road, it will make sense. So you'll be like, oh, I can't believe this didn't work out. And you're crying, and then 3 months later, something bigger and better even happens. Then you're like, oh, happy? So that's why I say, like, I may not know what it is, but I know if that's not it, then it's something else. So that's why I really don't stress. Like, yeah, it would have sucked big time, but I mean, start the search over and who knows, find something better. So that's why I was just kind of like,
yeah, which you did say that, and I will say that was definitely inspiring for me, because I was worried, especially like for our house. This house is 16 years old, so there's certain things about the house, like the roof and things like that, that I don't want to have to replace for someone else. And we were already kind of having pushback from people. And this buyer, I think because it's such a hot market, he didn't really push on much, and he didn't ask for an inspection. There's just like a lot of things he could have said he wanted. So I got nervous, like, you know, what if when we go back on the market, we got to go through this again, and like we're not going to be able to, like, you know, be in a favorable position, because it's all about like negotiating, and it's like chess, you know. So I was nervous, and it's crazy because I ended up speaking to the broker for our realtor, and I told my realtor first, like, I wanted to talk to the broker. I also told my realtor that if this does not go through, that I was going to go through with litigation against the buyer. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I was just so upset because I felt like they weren't really defending me from a broker perspective and from a realtor perspective. So I threatened to sue everybody, and I don't know if that's why it ended up coming together, but I did feel a little bit bad when it all came back together, and then now we still got to work with this realtor. But I guess that's business, you know?
It is.
I mean, I don't know. Like 10 years ago, I never would have been like that stern. And now it's like, yeah. You know, and like with the house, because I lived here before we were dating, I had already owned the house. So Courtney deals with me versus like both of us. So a lot of times the conversation happens, and then I'm bringing Brian in because I want to get his perspective and get his opinion. But it's still challenging because sometimes I can't always get his opinion right away. So I gotta be like firm and, you know, do things based off like what I know from my perspective. And I will say I was a little bit proud of myself for staying on my ground, because had I not, maybe the deal would not have come together like it did. But I think it all worked out in the end, and we're moving forward with the house. So we're back on. They pushed the close date back 2 weeks. We're actually supposed to close on the 31st. So obviously it's June, and I think we'll probably be like maybe the second week of June. And then the new house, we will be closing, I think it's the 22nd. So yeah, we're excited. Like, I can't wait. In the new house, we had mentioned before, we're gonna be doing some things to the basement to make it more conducive, because we need that 4th bedroom. And then I don't think there's really much that we need to do in that house. Like, the inspection came back really good, so there's just like a couple like minor things, light bulb, just random like nonsense that really wasn't that big a deal. We still asked them to fix it. So other than that, it's moving forward. It's a pretty good update. But it was scary, I'm not gonna lie. I thought the whole deal was about to fall apart. We were gonna be in this house just stuck.
Not stuck.
I don't know, I was feeling like it was gonna be stuck, babe. Yeah.
Never stuck.
Okay, real quick though, before we let them go, in the last video, a lot of people were saying like they felt like your personality was like nonchalant, and they were worried because a lot of people know me from my channel, so they feel, you know, more connected to me, and they don't know you as well as they know me. And in the video, because I was the one vlogging, holding the camera, and you weren't really, you know, you were driving and all that. But it came off as if you weren't really as into me as I'm into you. So I know when I told you that, you were kind of like shocked, like, oh wow, really? And I had spoke to some of the people who had made comments in the comment section about that. And I know you, and it's funny, when we first started dating, I used to say that, like, Brian, are you even into me? But after I've gotten to know him, I've known Brian now for years. I mean, it's been like, what, 4 or 5 years since we've been dating. And so I know him now. But the lens that I think people see you in is like what I used to see you, because I couldn't read you.
The easiest way to put this, like, Kristen's friendly, she's outgoing, you don't know her. She'll strike up and have a 20-minute conversation with you and ask questions. Me, because of my background, what I've been through, what I've done, I'm more cautious. So it may come off as, yeah, I might not talking a lot. You just kind of like drop questions in the comment section below, anything you want to know, because I'm more so the type of person, when we talk, I will only give enough for what you ask for. So like if you ask me, hey, is it raining outside? I'll tell you yes or no. I won't go on to say, no, it's not raining outside, but it's supposed to rain later. So like I don't normally just volunteer information. So it's just kind of like, I'm just kind of like, really?
But we're doing
But then,
YouTube.
Once you get to know me, it's like, oh, that's how he is.
So how are we gonna get them to know you on YouTube? Because this
Ask a ton of questions.
No, but they can't always ask, baby. You
well, it's
gotta
because
open up.
Kristen's always in control of the camera. She doesn't even let me touch the camera. She's like, put the camera down, don't touch it.
That's not true. Whatever.
I'll start touching the camera, using my own camera, and we're gonna like combine the footage. That's
no, we'll work it out. But no, we just wanted to address that too, because we had a lot of comments on the last video. So, but anyway, we're gonna let you guys go. We appreciate you so much. I'm gonna let this man get back to his basketball game, because I got him away from the game to film this video.
I know.
So we're gonna let you go back to the game, and we're gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much though for watching, for checking in. We love you guys. We appreciate you. Show us a little bit of love. Hit the like button, as well as if you're new, be sure to subscribe. And we will see you in our next video. Bye.
Deuces.